Alright, what is going on, my dudes? We are back here today yet again with another 6.4 Miniboss guide solo type extravaganza video thing. That's right, we're doing another one today, and this one is going to be focusing on, yet again, one of the harder fights in 6.4. Now, what makes this fight so hard is because it's so different from the rest of the path. So this is going to be the Icarus lane in 6.4.4. The energy adoption fire, hot and bothered, and Icarus, okay? So the nodes that are going to be on this Wasp are Icarus. So when the defender is struck by any attack or stunned by a parry, the attacker gains a fury buff, granting a 10% attack rating for 10 seconds. So how we usually cheese Icarus is we use Corvus or a Ghost or a high damage dealing champion, and we just get all those furies on us when we end the fight in about 20 seconds. But on top of that, there is also energy adoption fire, so the defender has a 50% chance to inflict the attacker with incinerate on contact. Now, this doesn't happen if the defender is suffering from a bleed debuff, okay? Now, the defender also takes 100% reduced damage from incinerate effects and gains a regeneration buff, healing 1% of max health per second until the incinerate expires. So you don't really want to use champs like Sunspot or Human Torch, usually, for that. And there's also hot and bothered, so defensive ability accuracy is lowered by 80% while under the effects of incinerate. So that one kind of just goes hand in hand with the energy adoption. But you could still really cheese this path with Ghost or Captain Marvel movie or even Corvus if you play well, any of the normal Icarus counters. But once we get to this Wasp mini-boss, well, she does have all of those nodes, but she also has the Rage node, okay? And she has the aggressive node as well, so she's going to be very, very aggressive when you fight her. Now, right away, you might be thinking to yourself, alright, I'm going to use Nick Fury. He goes unblockable, he has the True Strike, and he has the Bleed, so we don't have to worry about the Incinerate. Well, that's fine, but there's also the Rage node, okay? And Wasp doesn't have a very high health pool, so she's going to go unblockable mighty fast. And that means you're not going to be able to parry her to get rid of the degen from the Icarus. So that 30% health Nick Fury is probably going to die pretty fast. Now, while this one certainly has more options than some of the other mini-bosses, I'm going to go ahead and point out Human Torch to be the best option for this fight, and I'll show you why in just a second here. Now, like I said, okay, I don't want you guys using Human Torch for the whole path because of the energy adoption fire, because when you put the incinerate on the opponent, they're going to get the regen, and then it's not going to be doing any damage, and yada yada yada. But when you activate Torch's pre-fight ability, well, that doesn't count as an incinerate effect, so you don't have to worry about that doing any harm to you. And what's going to happen is, with all of your hits, you have a 50% chance to place an incinerate on yourself, and that's just going to bring your smolders up and up and up and up, making your damage over time absolutely rinse this Wasp like it's nothing. Alright, so this clip is straight from my Legends run. I did this path when my boosts were running out, so by the time I got to Wasp, I didn't even have any boosts on Human Torch at all. And I planned it that way because I didn't need big boosts for Ghost when I was doing Icarus, and I also didn't want big boosts on for Human Torch when I was fighting Rage. Alright, so the strategy for this fight is actually incredibly simple with Human Torch. You're going to parry, and you're going to heavy, and then you're going to do that until she's dead. You're not going to charge her temperature by holding heavy. You're going to parry, and you're going to immediately heavy and let go as soon as you start to charge it. The reason for this is because if you charge it for too long, she can evade the second part of her heavy, put a shock on you, and then you'll die. Now, when she throws her special one, you can get 1 or 2 hits in and immediately charge the heavy. Now, the reason why you have to charge the heavy like this is because you have to get rid of the Furies before they turn into degen. Now, as you'll see here, the passive power stings from the Nova Flames are also doing a decent amount of damage. We're not relying on that for damage, we're really relying on the Nova Flames. As you can see, the smolders keep going up, and the damage on the Nova Flames keep going up as well. Here she's got about, 20% health left. A couple more parry heavies and she's going to be gone in just about 60 seconds. I believe she actually kills herself right here when she tries to do her special one. So that was a Human Torch with the pre-fight active, absolutely no boost running on this guy at that time. Suicide Masteries, of course, were on the entire run, and he just absolutely rinsed through a mini boss that has given people a bit of trouble who aren't prepared for her in about 60 seconds. So my dudes, if you enjoyed that video, please do me a favor and leave the video a like, comment your favorite thing about Human Torch, and subscribe if you want to see some more 6.4 content coming real soon. I'll be seeing you around.